Welcome to Green Technology, where heavy machines, frozen terrain, and raw engineering power collide in the toughest conditions on Earth. Subscribe now for more extreme transport, forestry operations, and industrial machines pushed beyond their limits. At Albany Pioneer Days, the legendary Case 150 lines up against the mighty Alice HD 41 inches, a roaring tug-of-war that pulls crowds from every direction. The Alice may carry more weight and a stronger hitch setup, but this battle is not just about brute force. It is about honoring timeless engineering and showing that old-school horsepower still commands respect decades later. The Soviet-built Stalin T-130 does not move fast, and it does not need to. Laser leveling across muddy embankments, this aging bulldozer pushes forward with deliberate precision and pure mechanical discipline. No electronics, no unnecessary flash. Just steel, traction, and a machine still earning its place on the job site after generations of work. Watching an old Tatra 8X8 climb through brutal terrain feels like watching a machine designed specifically for chaos. Mud, rocks, steep grades, none of it seems to slow the truck down. The suspension flexes, the tires bite deep, and the old drivetrain keeps moving like nature itself built the vehicle. Oversized transport operations become a rolling test of mathematics and patience, as multi-axle trailers distribute impossible amounts of weight through tight city intersections. Every inch of steering matters while escort crews guide the convoy through corners never designed for cargo this massive. Near frozen rivers during spring planting season, an old bulldozer is called in to cut through thick sheets of ice, blocking the route. The operator works slowly and carefully, using blade angle and timing instead of reckless force. Progress comes inch by inch through frozen resistance, while experience matters more than horsepower. If you love our channel, its superior power, and its exciting footage, please support us by subscribing and liking. This will help us continue bringing you more cutting-edge technology and amazing videos every day. Forest waste is pushed back into the soil as the Cat D8R grinds organic debris deep into the earth. It is more than cleanup. Moisture gets trapped, nutrients return to the ground, and the land is prepared for future regrowth. Raw mechanical power becomes part of the reforestation cycle itself. The wind screams across frozen terrain while experienced operators continue working through brutal winter conditions. Their coordination stays calm despite flying snow and zero visibility. This is not just machine operation anymore. It is instinct, endurance, and experience fighting against the environment itself. Logging trucks creep along narrow cliffside trails where one mistake could end the entire operation. Traction control systems and slope sensors constantly adjust while the driver guides thousands of pounds of timber through mud, sharp turns, and unstable terrain, one careful movement at a time. The 300,000-pound Tesmec 1,675 crosses mountain terrain during a 50-mile relocation from high elevation to a secured service station. Massive transport operations like this rely on route planning, balance calculations, and mechanical reliability from start to finish. Silvasti enters the industrial dismantling sector with millimeter-level precision during a controlled TCI demolition project. Every load, every cut, and every movement is managed with complete control to prevent structural instability during the operation. A convoy hauling a 1 million Pound pipeline section slowly advances across rural roads under strict coordination. Multi-axle transport systems spread the enormous load while escort crews manage every turn and elevation change ahead of the convoy. Backing a heavy truck toward a wooden house becomes a nerve-shredding moment where even the smallest steering error could destroy the structure. Fortunately, nobody is hurt, but moments like this remind operators how quickly routine maneuvers can become disasters. The Cat D6T bulldozer and Cat 320DL excavator work together with near-perfect synchronization. One machine shapes the pathway while the other clears material with calculated rhythm. It feels less like earth moving and more like industrial choreography built on timing and trust. If you enjoy watching powerful and perfect machines, remember to subscribe to the channel. We bring you the most impressive and amazing technologies from around the world. After decades sitting abandoned in a field, an old machine known as Hank comes back to life with its Detroit diesel engine roaring once again. Even with failed steering components, the aging giant keeps fighting forward like a machine refusing to be forgotten.
Still fighting despite broken steering. A true beast.
Rock walls collapse under calculated force while excavators tear through stone, and the SD-16 bulldozer locks the terrain in place like a frontline shield. Every movement blends raw hydraulic power with operator precision to transform chaos into controlled excavation. The articulated Cat 730 hauler glides smoothly under heavy load while maintaining stable transport performance across rough ground. The balance between articulation, traction, and payload control keeps the operation moving efficiently. A tractor drags entire trees through a fixed saw system, while the changing weight distribution lifts the machine itself off balance. It is a reminder that even simple mechanical systems can become dangerous when physics shifts unexpectedly. The Spornik Bridge reaches its final moment after generations standing without steel reinforcement. Excavators tear into the old stone structure piece by piece until the historic bridge quietly collapses into memory, proving that even the strongest landmarks eventually fall.
Reduced to memory, reminding us nothing stands forever.
AK-700 snow-clearing machine becomes trapped inside the very storm it was sent to fight. Deep drifts swallow the wheels until another recovery unit arrives to pull it free. Even the strongest machines sometimes depend on teamwork to survive extreme conditions. A fighter jet crashes during assembly operations in what becomes a catastrophic failure under controlled conditions. Even in highly regulated environments, engineering mistakes can still carry enormous consequences. Five excavators combine forces during an extraordinary quarry operation, pushing hydraulic systems and mechanical coordination to the limit. Under expert operators, the machines reshape entire sections of rock with brutal efficiency and precision. If you love technology, incredible power, and amazing footage, please support the channel by subscribing and liking. This will help us continue bringing you more amazing machine videos every day. A Cat 517 appears to fly directly into a canyon while suspended by skyline cable systems. Hanging high above the drop, the machine looks like it is defying gravity itself during an operation that demands absolute trust in engineering and rigging systems. The Cat D8T tears through foundation material with relentless force, while an experienced operator guides every movement across unforgiving terrain. No automation, no shortcuts, just hydraulic power and decades of field knowledge working together. What begins as a normal excavation suddenly turns dangerous when a Sany excavator drops nose first into a hidden mud sinkhole. Tracks disappear into the swampy ground until a second machine carefully stabilizes and pulls it free. Recovery work in terrain like this depends entirely on operator skill, not luck.
It's not luck. It's pure operational finesse.
A Volvo logging truck locks into a steep climb with 660 horsepower, pushing through mud and loose terrain. Torque delivery and weight balance determine whether the truck reaches the top or slides backward into disaster. Massive Siemens Gamesa wind turbine components move from industrial yards toward the Gordonbusch wind farm under carefully planned oversized transport operations. Every route, axle configuration, and turning radius is calculated long before the convoy begins moving. Watching a heavy truck spin helplessly in deep mud feels like watching frustration become mechanical reality. The engine roars, traction disappears, and every failed attempt sinks the vehicle deeper into the ground. The Batu Jumbo transport platform pushes handling limits across unforgiving roads where operator nerves matter as much as machine capability. One mistake at this scale could shut the entire operation down instantly. If you love our channel, its superior power, and its exciting footage, please support us by subscribing and liking. This will help us continue bringing you more cutting-edge technology and amazing videos every day. Under nearly 3 feet of snow accumulation, heavy equipment continues clearing roads with controlled traction and steady power delivery. Extreme winter operations demand patience, visibility control, and machines built to survive conditions that stop everything else.